What's up, my crypto legends? In this episode, we are taking a look at the Bitcoin price on the 4-hourly, and nothing has changed too much, okay? But I'm going to show you some different resistance and support levels that if we break, we are going to continue in that direction, okay? I'm going to zoom in here on the 1-hourly, and I'll show you what different levels we need to pay attention, what is the Bitcoin price forming, and what is the most likely scenario. We're also going to take a look at Ethereum, because Ethereum is looking to break out from that $3,300 area, but it is struggling very much. I'm going to show you the potential scenarios here for Ethereum and the Ethereum BTC chart. Will Ethereum continue to outperform Bitcoin in the coming weeks? Well, I'm going to show you what is the possibility. I think a major correction maybe from here and then continue to the upside. We'll be checking this out because once Ethereum against BTC goes up, we want to try and trade Ethereum against Bitcoin, right? We're going to take a look at BNB also. BNB, I see it at about $600 potentially before the end of the week. It might take another week, but I'm going to show you why in this episode. And remember, Phemex has got this insane bonus going on at this moment. There are only 3 people, is Crypto, Carl from the Moon, and me, that have got the special bonus of $2,500. If you use my link in the description, you can get up to that bonus, guys. And remember, Bybit is doing this competition World Series of Trading, and I am getting my team ready. So stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe because on my live streams and my next videos, if you want to join my trading team, you're more than welcome, guys. Said this, let's dive into the video. Hello there, and here, welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Daily TA on Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. I also do live streams to connect with the community. I'm not a financial advisor, don't buy or sell anything that I say. Let's dive in. All right, zooming out here for the Bitcoin price on the 4-hourly. We want to check out the Fibonacci retracement levels, okay, from the 60,000 drop and from the all-time high drop, okay? So if we go first with the 60,000 drop here to the $30,000, you know that we did break out successfully the golden pocket, the 62% levels, which is right over here at the $48,000. We actually managed to bounce here as support. Now, is this going to hold or not? Well, I think if we do break these levels to the downside, we are going to come to lower levels. I will show you on the 1-hour time frame why. Now, we do know that we still have some distance here to the 78% levels, which is all the way up here to the 52.7k approximately. So this could happen. We could have a major leg up. Now let's take a look at the other Fibonacci retracement, because from the swing high here of 65 down to the $30,000 range, we are just about hitting the 62% levels, okay? We still need another leg up. This is around about the $50,900, almost $51,000. So there is going to be some type of resistance at these levels. Now, I want to zoom in here on the BTC price because I also have this orange box right over here, just above the 62% levels. Now, if I zoom in here on the price action from April and May, we can clearly see, and part of March eventually, now we can clearly see that this orange box, which is around about the $51,500 range, is a major resistance. It has been a clear support there. It's been a resistance over here, as you can see from this inverse head and shoulder. Now we can also see a support level right over there. We managed to pierce through right over here, but now it was a heavy resistance here. As you can see, this was on the 25th of April. We did manage to get above it, and as soon as we had the sell-off, it was a super strong resistance. So there is going to be, some type of, rejection around this level. We're just about there now, as you can see here on the price of BTC. So now we do have the Fibonacci retracement golden pocket, and we also have the 51,500 major resistance that has been support and resistance here in the past. Now, if we do manage to successfully break this level, and I mean successfully going to the $55,000, it is going to turn into a very good support. We might be getting extremely bullish here because we are breaking major levels to the upside, meaning that the bulls will be losing steam, and any type of retracement is going to be good because as soon as you break these levels, we are already going to look for a V-shaped recovery. And you know the deal, when there's a V-shaped recovery and you start breaking some major major Fibonacci retracement levels, you know, don't expect that we're going to have that rollover. Don't expect that we are going to come to lower levels. We will be having some retracements, okay? We still haven't been breaking the $52,000. As soon as we break it, it is a major bullish area to start becoming extremely bullish. Now, you know the deal. If you do have that V-shaped recovery after breaking these levels, you know, the next stop is all-time high, and it's very likely at some point after a major retracement potentially is going to be broken. So yeah, it is a major level, the $52,000 area. We're going to pay attention to this area. Now that I've showed you the major resistance that we need to break to come extremely bullish to look for that V-shaped recovery, let's talk about the bearish scenario. Now, if we go to the 1 hourly chart, we can perfectly get rejected from the $51,000 area. You know the deal. The last couple of days, if you're an old subscriber, we've been talking about this being potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves of Elliott theory. The 5th wave maybe is now losing steam. We just broke above the 3rd wave, and now we're going to have potentially an ABC correction that might take us to about the $40,000 to $43,000. Now, this is just pure speculation. We need to break some major support levels. Which levels, you might be asking? Well, if we zoom in here on the chart, okay, this is the 1 hourly chart for BTC. And one of the most important levels is the $48,000. This has been the top here of the 3rd wave, like I just mentioned a few minutes ago. And, you know, it has been a clear support. We also have this massive ascending channel, right, that we've also been talking here for a long time. You know, we have the major resistance, we have the major support. So we can clearly see that the $48,000, and this would be in a couple of days, that is going to be a critical support level. Now we do have, you know, support from here, and we also have the support of the trend line. So we might get a super big bounce from here, but if we start breaking these levels, I think a retracement and another potential leg down is very likely before we start continuing to the upside. Now, why do you think so? Because if this were to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave, after a 5th wave, you expect an ABC correction, right? So if we go with the ABC form here, now if this were to be the 5th wave, and note that the 5th wave, we can still have that next major leg up, okay? Unless we break the $51,500 range here successfully, then we'll be starting another wave potentially. Now, if we do have that ABC correction, it would make sense that the A would come at least breaking the $48,000 region, then having the B, okay, major pump potentially round about these levels, and then the C coming to the 42,000, you know, almost hitting the top of the 1st wave right over here. Now, this is a structure that would make a lot of sense before we actually find the bottom over here and continue to the upside. So $40,000 region is still in play potentially before we continue to the upside. This would be the most bearish case scenario, when I'm going to start becoming bearish in the very short term, as soon as we break $48,000 or this major support from this yellow trend line, okay, from this channel. Now, it is very likely also, you know, a measured move from a breakout of a very strong channel is getting the width of the channel, okay? This is basic technical analysis breakout from this pattern. Now, if we did break out, depending on when we are going to break out, it is likely that we are going to hit the $42,000 range, as you can see. So this would make sense here, being a potential ABC correction before we find a bottom and continue to the upside. Note, guys, that we cannot go up forever like this without having a fright, okay? We are looking for potentially that ABC correction. I'm not extremely bullish just yet because we are at the very top of this run up. So that would be the bearish case scenario, guys. We need to pay attention to the $48,000, $47,500, where would be the support here from this purple box, and also the channel, guys. And remember, for experienced traders, you can get up to $2,500 worth of bonus now on Phemex. This is only for limited time, up to 13 days only to claim this bonus. Now let's take a look at Ethereum, because there is a scenario that we are expecting here for Ethereum. We've been taking a look at this now for a couple of weeks, because we do have this huge double bottom scenario that I've been talking about, okay? From the $2,900 major resistance, we did have this bottom over here, and then this second bottom here. We successfully broke out. We did have a retest around the $2,900 area, and we started pumping from there. Now, are we going to have that major pullback again to retest it, or are we going to continue to the upside? But if I zoom in here on the Ethereum chart on the 4-hourly, yesterday we did talk about this potential inverse head and shoulder. It's not the most beautiful, but we can see the price action here creating lower lows, and then another higher low here creating this major inverse head and shoulder with this resistance zone at the $3,340 range, where we currently at. We are struggling very much here to break out from this resistance. If we successfully break out going to the 3,450, 500, it is very likely we're going to have that major leg up to 3,650. This would be the measured move, okay, from this pattern going all the way up here to this next major resistance. Now, if I zoom out here on Ethereum, I've been mentioning before, the 3,650, 3,700 has been a major support range. We are going to get some type of rejection at that point, just like we saw some rejection here at the 3,200, 300 range, as you can see here on the chart. Now, the most bearish case scenario would be getting a major rejection from this and then coming back down to retest the 2,900. Now, this scenario will happen if BTC does have that correction down to the $45,000, $42,000. Then I think Ethereum will be having that major pullback of, potentially $400 or $500 to the downside. I think that this should be holding very nicely, 2,800, 2,900. There might be a little bit of volatility if we do come very bearish here in the next coming days, but we should be getting a severe bounce from this area, because I still believe that this double bottom scenario for Ethereum target is coming all the way up here to about the $4,000. This might be by the end of the week or by next week. I think it's very likely we'll be hitting that target. Now, this is what I got for Ethereum. Let's take a look at the Ethereum BTC chart, because we've been talking about this here for a long time now, about Ethereum BTC being extremely bullish. We broke out from this descending triangle or descending wedge. Now, the measured move target is coming all the way up here to the 0.081 BTC per Ethereum. Now, we just broke out. We're just having a consolidation. Now, we need to see where we are going to get the major bounce here to the upside. If I take the Fibonacci retracement tool here, Fibonacci retracement all the way from this low to this high, we can clearly see that the 50% level was holding very nicely here for the Ethereum BTC pair at 0.065. Now, we could come all the way down here to the 62, to the golden pocket area, and it would be also the top here from this peak. So I'm expecting a severe bounce if we did come all the way down to these levels in the next coming days, okay, and then continue to the upside, meaning that Ethereum will be outperforming BTC in the coming weeks. Now, let's take a look at the BNB chart, because I'm extremely bullish on this cryptocurrency. And why will you ask me? Because we broke such a strong resistance, also being the $430, $440 range right over here. As you can see, major resistance. We do kind of see a massive, huge double bottom pattern. We did break out successfully. Any type of retracement here, I will be adding to my position. I think that a major bounce around the $400 region is very likely before we continue to the upside, unless we form like a bull flag right over here and then continue to the upside. So if I zoom in here on the 1 hourly, if we did have that major correction down to these levels, I will be adding to my position. I think a major bounce is very likely, unless that we are going to form like a descending wedge here, or very difficult depending on what's going to happen here on the BNB price, the BTC price and Ethereum. If they do have that severe drop, it is likely that we will have that $50, $100 drop to the $400 region here for BNB before actually adding to our positions. Guys, this is what I got for today's episode. Make sure to subscribe. I'll be doing a live stream afterwards. I'll give you the details for the Bybit competition, so make sure to stay tuned. And if you haven't checked out the Bitcoinsensus website, make sure to check it out. Here you can see exchange reviews. You can find the best exchanges with the best bonuses and the best fees, as you can see here. And also you find the latest news and technical analysis. It's totally free. There's a link down below in the description. If you haven't seen my Prime XBT or my Bybit tutorial to learn how to trade on this platform, video on the screen right now. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one.